everyone, Kaijin Okami here with
Advent Nebula.
And
Cruellica Kain. And Chrysalis Bloodborne. And Silverquill.
And we're going to be talking about Ultraman Z episodes 3 to 5. Because we got a little behind and now have caught up.
That sounds weird.
Well,
We've gotten behind and now we've caught up.
considering we haven't been together for 3 weeks.
No.
Well, technically 2 weeks.
True.
Because 2 weeks goes 4th of July.
Yeah.
This month's going by quick. So episode 3, we had...
The Americans giving funding.
Yes, where they're watching the battle and they're all like, oh my god, it's like an anime! This is so cool!
They all knew who Ultraman was.
Yeah.
And it was like they're all fanboys the moment Ultraman showed up.
And I gotta give props to whoever they casted as the agent for the Americans, because he spoke Japanese very fluently.
And he spoke English pretty well too,
Yeah.
so it didn't sound like in Shin Godzilla when the translator speaks worse than the actual people.
Well, I did like the fact that the commander, the short itty bitty guy who makes me think of a teddy bear, that's why I have additional teddy bears here. He makes me think of like that teddy bear that you just want to kind of cuddle and squeeze.
And as he's freaking out, his stuff's getting destroyed through the episode, worried about not getting the funding.
Yeah, he's worried more so about money than he is about human life.
Yeah.
I like though when in Sevenger he starts tripping, he's like ch ch ch, and the guy's like, oh, he's doing a kabuki attack.
Oh my god. It was like weeaboos on acid.
And then you have Yoko on the top of the building while the fight's going on.
Oh, with her BFG?
Yeah. And when Zet's trying to get the metal off of her.
Oh, I love the pantomime of trying to... Because you have... It's like 3 degrees of communication. You have Haruki trying to communicate. Then you have Zet trying to communicate. And then you have Yoko trying to make sure she's like on the same wavelength. It's like all these layers of communication. It's like playing a very poor game of telephone.
Yeah, and then when they're like, she's like, circle. Oh, this?
But I think what I really enjoyed about the episode was all of like the character moments. Because you had Yuka, I think that's her name.
The scientist.
Scientist chick. You have her kind of just like going through levels of like frustration because of her new machine. She wants to get it built.
And then you have the commander when Yoko storms in because it was supposed to be Haruki there with the envoy.
Yeah, and he's like, where's Haruki?
Wait, so who's piloting Sevenger?
Because at the beginning of the episode, he got his new rocket punch and destroyed the observatory that he wasn't supposed to destroy.
Oh, I know. Yeah, which I loved how when you talked about it today when we were watching 5, you're like, he's doing a Mazinger Z move. And I'm like, that is correct. I was thinking of Gundam, but Mazinger Z. But no, episode 3 was funny. Hebikawa, their immediate leader.
Oh, the guy.
Let's wait till we get a little later into that.
Hebikawa, he, once again, I love how he plays off trying to manipulate Haruki to be, like, humble with the commander. Like, trying to be apologetic, especially after...
The hay fever incident.
Oh my god! Hey... And I love the fact that not only does Haruki have hay fever, so does the monster.
Gamora.
Yeah.
Gamora has severe cases
Gamora woke up because of hay fever.
And I love the eyes. Because the first 2 episodes, I never really thought about the eyes as much. It was really episode 3 that you see the kaiju's eyes. And I like how, one, they look so outdated compared to modern monsters, but I know that's part of the point. But I loved how it like went like dilated, like, oh shit, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna seize. I'm so angry I have hay fever.
And then Haruki, when he transformed into Zet, wait, the hay fever's gone.
I know! He's like, wait, there's no hay fever here. No, you're in an alternate universe. But I do love the relationship between Haruki and Zet, even though I still think it's a cultist type relationship because he has to chant his name every time.
And then the new form that he had
Beta...
I don't remember the
Beta
name.
Splash, I think it was.
I don't know. But basically the power move form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's between the two. I like the
Alpha Edge.
martial arts one better.
Alpha Edge.
But it's fine. It works. I guess I'm tired of just Ultramen having the latest Ultramen transforming into big forms using the powers of other Ultramen. They don't have an identity of their own anymore.
See, I kind of disagree because I still think they have an identity of their own.
Well, Zet does because we're still seeing him be his own person.
Yeah, well, I think of Jeet and Orb as well.
Well, those two make sense, but I don't know. I'm just tired of using the powers of the original, of all the old Ultramen.
What sells
What
toys?
are you doing?
There was something on your leg.
So
like a
what?
bug.
Who cares? We're recording right now. That's more important than a bug.
No.
Yes. Alright, but is there anything else notable in episode 3?
Not
No,
really.
I think we've highlighted everything. So episode 4, we get the introduction of,
Wyndham.
which they do not know how to spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an A in the Ultra 7 Blu-rays, but then they have an O here. It's Wyndham, as in D-A, not Dome. It's not Wyndham.
But Wyndham, I'm just going to go general. Wyndham is kind of an interesting design. Because it has that eagle-like appearance,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still very, very basic, which I know is kind of the point.
And
Well, it's
then-
supposed to be from the original, from Ultra 7.
And Yukari having the issue with, they didn't follow my designs.
Oh my god!
Oh, Yuka?
Yeah.
So, is this the episode with the refrigerator?
Yes.
I was going to get into that.
So, I have a huge concern, and I know this is probably coming from someone who works in human resources, personnel management, workplace safety, worker compensation.
The factory using the biological fridge to store pudding in.
No, this is where I'm a little confused. Because, and I'm sorry, Bloodborne, but I need to get... But you have either a regular work fridge being used for biological substances, or you have a biological work fridge being used for pudding.
And drinks.
And drinks. So one way or another, somebody is breaking.
So many protocols.
And I understand EPA and OSHA probably don't exist in Japan like they do here, but I can only imagine from a very professional standpoint, there's got to be rules, because every time I see that, I enjoy it for the joke that it is in the show, but as a professional who has to deal with, like, people not doing stupid things to kill themselves, I cringe, like, especially when he opens up the fridge and the pudding has mutated.
All because of the monster. They end up getting a sample of the monster's ability to create fire.
No, electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I see the pudding mutated, I was waiting for him to grab a spoon and start eating it, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I have baked pudding.
But, so, the other thing that happened in this episode is the villain has come in and
The one that spilled the waste on himself that
Yes.
was taken over.
he has created his own coin and created a monster. So they have an Ultra Coin factory just like the good guys do.
Yeah, it was weird though, because seeing Telesdom with Juris's frills was kind of odd. But my biggest complaint with that was just that the fact that okay, Telesdom was already blowing fire out of his mouth. Now he can shoot laser beams out of his frills. Why do they keep giving all these monsters laser beams?
Have you
Sharks
not?
with freaking laser
And that's what I
beams.
was gonna say. Have you not seen Austin Powers?
Yes, but they keep giving all these giant monster laser beams. Let them fight with their claws and stuff.
I'm sorry. I have to go back to Austin Powers.
But yeah, I do.
I want everything to have laser beams.
It is cool seeing Wyndham again. I do like when she's amazed seeing the guy reuse those old parts for like a grill.
Well, I actually feel like this was a perfect episode because episode 1 was kind of development for Haruki, even though it was an introduction of everyone. Episode 2 was kind of development for Yoko.
Oh, that's because that's what we found out she likes old guys,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Wow, that's a very terrible way of putting it. She likes more mature men.
How old do you think Ultraman is? 5,000 years old.
She likes mature men, not old men. There's a difference. In episode 4, it feels like it was really a development episode for Yuka. And I liked it because the one thing I wish they did in the States that they don't do that they do in Japan is they grill potatoes, not just sweet potatoes, but regular potatoes, where if you grill them just right, you can crack them in half
and just eat them
and
straight
just
out
eat
there.
them. How cool is that? Why can't we do that here?
Because we're lazy.
This is
No,
gross.
that's not gross.
I wouldn't be able to eat a potato if I just cracked it in half.
I would so be down with it.
And then also when she finally got the idea from the baking pudding in the fridge to, okay, I can power the battery with this. And the montage of everybody with their glasses and goggles.
Oh, I know. Well, it was every time I see a montage, forever and a day, I'm just going to think of Team America.
Well, I also like, though, we also got our first thing at the commander when he's just like,
Hebikawa, I
Yeah.
just need to have fun.
I need a new hobby.
Yeah.
So obviously we've talked about it before and we've made reference to it. The actor who plays Hebikawa is the same actor who plays the human form for Juggler in Orb, and he's appeared in Jeed. I don't know about Ruby or
I'm sure he's appeared in the movie for Taiga.
Yeah.
Taiga. I imagine he has because he seems like the Ultraman version of what's the Big Jack from Jacka?
Big One?
Big One. How Big One seemed to appear in everything. He kind of feels like the modern day version of that actor.
And of course it leads into episode 5 at the end of that episode.
Which shows that to no one's surprise, he is actually Juggler.
Yeah.
Yes, but kind of similar to how he appeared in the Jeed movie, you're kind of skeptical if he's evil or if he's just a troll.
It's like he wants to have fun is what he's seeming like he wants to do.
It's exactly like that. And one thing that still makes me question is because he still exists as Hebikawa, because he still does commander-like things.
Yeah.
Because even at the end of the episode, when you see him like lying there, beat the shit, he's still directing people to do orders.
He's like, Haruki, I need you to do this. Oh yeah, Yoko's fine. And I also need you to write up a report for why you took Sevenger out.
Okay, so my favorite scene in this episode, though, well, it was cool to see Pagila, since I watched Ultra Q last year. My favorite scene was seeing the camera from the viewpoint of the car.
Yes, that
God,
was
when
yes.
it flew in the air, and you watched the car flip over, and everything in the car
starts
falling
just
down.
falling around, and then Pluga steps on the car.
Pagila.
Pagila, yeah.
But then the car crashes, and then you see Pakila step on it.
It was pretty brilliant, and they did it again in the daycare. Because you're seeing out, not to the same degree.
Oh, when he fell down.
When he fell down, and in the daycare, everything just crashes around. I really have
Same
to...
with the bike.
Oh, the bike racks and everything?
Yeah, the bike racks, and you hear the bells chiming on the bikes.
Yeah, I really love what they're doing with the camera work in this.
And the miniatures as well.
Yeah, that stuff that they did that similar to what was done in like the 2 Kyoto movies for Godzilla, but it's really cool to see it done even more.
Well, the one thing I will admit I'm impressed with, at least at episode 5 right now, is being an A series. The fear of an A series in Japan with tokusatsu is that means that they're going to sacrifice quality for toy sales.
Merchandise.
But I have to admit, at least right now, yes, they're introducing new merchandise, but they're making it where
it's still integrated into the story.
Yes, it's part of the story, so it doesn't feel like... Because in this episode, we get a staff.
Well, we get Juggler's tension device to turn himself into different monsters, combining monster forms, and then we have the new staff.
Yeah, so we get 2 new toys in this episode alone.
And they felt like they belonged there with the progression of the plot.
And they did. They didn't feel like, oh my god, we're going to hammer in these toys. And it's kind of fitting that we're getting G Gundam soon, because that's like a toy commercial on acid where they started making...
But yeah, I liked... It shows that it's like, Toei, take some lessons from Ultraman.
Well, that's exactly it. That you can create a good story and still sell toys.
Because that is the one problem, like even with 01, after a while it felt like more that the toys are becoming the focus instead of the story. Which is also, could be because they're got it stretched out for a year. But, yeah, Subarai's been doing it right, of doing the toys, but not going totally ballistic with it.
But speaking about Juggler, I liked how he came into the story. Hebikawa and Yuka are in the building because they're monitoring the fight. Hebikawa's like, I'm going to go out and I'm going to fight along with them. Or I'm going to go out there and help. That's all he says. He doesn't actually...
And then a few minutes later, he's right behind Haruki. That's an interesting device.
Oh, yeah, no, that was
I loved it
move.
when he just jacks the Z device.
And then when Haruki finally gets it back, not through any effort of his own, basically Jugless just comes in like, oh, where's the device? Oh, you wanted this? Here, I'm done. You can have it back.
And then Zet's like, where were you?
I know! It's like, dude, can't you tell you were hijacked? But, I did like the fact that you did have action from both Wyndham and Sevenger, so it didn't make it feel like Sevenger was just being
I love the autopilot for the rocket punch.
I love the gas station that they were fighting by that was Sevenger.
And boom!
Yeah, the rocket punch when he's just sitting there, and then when the monster gets up, Kikila gets up.
Well, I thought that was pretty brilliant to put an autopilot rocket punch.
What was the other thing I liked?
Well, I loved, so for me, I don't know what it is, but I love Zeton. I think I love Zeton mainly because it says
Zeton.
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 It just has that mechanical, like, gearing up noise before it says its name. And
Zeton.
Yes, I love it.
Zeton.
And then, so you have Zeton, you have Pandon, and you have Maka.
Mega Orochi.
I thought it was Maka Orochi.
It's Mega.
Maga
Orochi.
Yeah, the final monster from Orb.
Yeah, Maga Orochi. And you have all 3 of them combined together. And it was such a cheap thing that, and I knew he had to win, but with all 3 of those combined together, I really don't think Zet should have won.
No.
Well, it's just like with, because even Orb won when he would do those forms.
I know, but Magarochi, he has his cheat move. Then you have Zeton, and then Pandon just combining them together.
It's like a troll fest.
It is! That's why I kind of felt like he wasn't going in there to win. That Jugglist was just doing it just because he wanted to have fun.
And
The juggler's doing it for the
yeah,
lulz.
well, he wanted to show off the new merchandise sales.
Oh my god! I just thought about it. When you review this series, when you have him going through the process of doing it, his theme song should be the song.
Yep, trollololol.
Oh, that one. The
Yeah.
Russian thing.
It should just be that every time he's on screen as Joker.
Because he's trolling.
At least right now, that's how he feels.
And the villain, we're going to probably see more develop in the next episode, it's looking like.
But you also have Jido coming in the next
Yep.
episode.
Next episode with another new form, apparently.
Just gonna pet you. Calm.
But overall, this has been really good for the first 5 episodes. I've had no complaints. so
Yeah,
far.
and each episode's flown by super quick.
Oh, I've enjoyed them immensely. It's one of those that, if not for the fact that they have to get removed within 2 weeks, I'd probably rewatch them again.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like they're so engaging, and they don't dumb down the story. They keep you on, not really the edge of your seat, but they keep you on.
They keep you engaged.
Yeah, this immersion.
But on the flip side, we have all of Ultraman Max on the site right now if you want to watch it.
I'm just gonna wait for the Blu-rays. At this point, all Ultraman shows, I'm just gonna watch when it comes out on Blu-ray.
Or Tubi. Tubi or not Tubi?
Yeah.
No, I'll just wait for the Blu-rays. So yeah, Ultraman Z is continuing to be a blast to watch, and that's pretty much all that we've got.
Yeah, that's really all that's up until we watch the next few episodes.
All right. So until next time, bye.